So James, speaking just after today's victory against Dewsbury Rams, what was a superb comeback from the boys. What are your thoughts after the game?
Delighted to get the win. Obviously it's a tough place to come. Dewsbury got a big side and a narrow field. They'll certainly win more than they'll lose here. They've got some good players and a good coach. So yeah, delighted to win. Obviously disappointed with aspects of our performance in the first half. But credit Dewsbury, I thought they ran harder than us, they tackled harder than us. They didn't do an awful lot other than that, but that was enough to get them 16-0 up, and they deserved to be 16-0 up. But I thought, second half we probably changed a couple of things, the emphasis on one or two areas, and we showed an awful lot of resilience to fight our way back into the game. And then at the end, when we went behind again, that's a big step for us as a team, because my teams haven't found themselves in that situation too often, certainly in League One, been 16-0 down, and it was great to see the leadership of one or two blokes out there, and yeah, I'm pleased.
The team performance, it was obviously a lot better in the second half. Was there a moment in particular you think sort of kick-started that?
I just think obviously we had a bit more shape in yardage. I thought Graham on specifically were pretty good, certainly in his second stint, and we probably showed a little bit more patience in good ball. And those two factors plus a marked difference in our defensive intent, were good enough to help us, get momentum, and then on the back of that we won the game.
Coming back from 16-0 down, obviously, like you say, it's not something we've experienced a lot in League One last year. What do you think you learnt about your team from this afternoon?
I learned that we're close to being a good side. I tell the boys, I don't think they're there yet, but they're getting closer every week, and they've shown a different side of what they're capable of today. To deal with being 16-0 down and a couple of things going against them. I've seen sides crumble at that point. Completely break, fall out with each other, start doing things completely off script, and them 16-0s turn into 30-odd-0s, pretty sharpish. But we showed a good amount of control. We did play a little bit more, but it certainly wasn't really risky stuff. It was controlled stuff, and good enough to help us finish in better positions to put them under pressure.
In the second half, Connor Robinson especially was involved in a lot of the good stuff we did. What did you make of his performance?
I think he's grown as a player. He's grown as a bloke as well. He's Connor, and that's massive. The influence that people like Ben Kane and Graham Horn have on him off the field is certainly helping Connor kick on as a player. I was really pleased to see him running the ball a bit more today, and his short kicking game was far better than it was last week, and that's testament to Connor's attitude. I thought he did some good things last week, but he needed to be better in one or two areas, and he's turned up and performed like that today. And if we keep working hard with Connor, and Connor keeps working hard, he could kick on and become some player.
On a personal note for you, this is your first win as a Championship coach in Game 2. Is this a challenge you're relishing as a coach?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Obviously there's some top players in this division, there's some big clubs, and there's some coaches that are holding really high regard in this competition. And I feel I'm fortunate to be in a position to coach against them. And every week I'm looking, it's exciting. If you said to me, 4 or 5 years ago you'd be coaching in the same league as Brian McDermott, I'd have probably thought you were a bit nuts, but I am, and I'm loving it. It's great.